There comes a moment in a man's life when the noise of the world becomes unbearable, when the constant rush of desire, distraction, and emotional chaos finally cracks the surface of his consciousness. And in that crack, something ancient whispers a reminder that he carries a force inside him, far more powerful than anything the world could offer. This whisper marks the beginning of his awakening. Hold on, before we unlock the real power of semen retention, hit that subscribe button and join our Telegram channel. Link in description. We drop daily wisdom, success tools, and energy secrets only shared there. Don't watch from the sidelines. Become part of the movement. Close your eyes for a moment and feel the state of your energy. Most men, without realizing it, are leaking their power into habits that numb them. Their minds scatter, their spirits weaken, their presence dissolves into a quiet desperation for validation. But there is another path, a path few dare to walk, the path where desire becomes destiny, and the man becomes more than his impulses. This path is the cultivation of divine energy. It is not about refusing pleasure, it's about transforming it. It's the realization that the life force within you is not disposable. It is sacred. It is the alchemical fire that, when contained, becomes your greatest source of spiritual magnetism. When a man stops releasing his energy carelessly, he begins to recycle it inward. The force that once left his body now rises within him, illuminating his mind, strengthening his resolve, and deepening his presence. This recycling process is not physical alone, it is energetic. It becomes a current that reshapes everything from his posture to his perception. Stored energy becomes subtle radiance. It shows up in the glow of his skin, the clarity of his eyes, the grounded tone of his voice. People feel his presence before he speaks. His aura expands, becoming a field of calm power that softens chaos and invites trust. This is where attraction transforms into something profound. Women who are spiritually awake, those who sense energy instead of appearances, noticed immediately. They recognize his frequency, not with logic, but with instinct. It pulls them in without effort, without strategy, without performance. The magnetic signature of a man cultivating divine energy is unmistakable. His movements slow down, his reactions soften, his confidence loses its arrogance and becomes a steady, grounded posture toward life. His silence becomes meaningful, not empty. His presence becomes a statement. This transformation demands purpose and discipline. A man cannot cultivate divine energy while living for instant gratification. He must turn inward. He must confront his own shadows, desires, and emotional patterns. This journey is less about control and more about remembering who he truly is. Purpose sharpens him. Discipline strengthens him. And this combination awakens a deeper spiritual clarity. He becomes a Vazella container for energy rather than a consumer of pleasure. Through this containment, he becomes whole, steady, unmoved by the flickering temptations of the world. Mental clarity emerges naturally. The fog lifts, thoughts become intentional rather than reactive. Creativity flows with ease. Decisions align with destiny instead of doubt. This clarity is not loud or boastful. It is subtle and unmistakable, the mark of a man who trusts himself fully. Presence follows clarity. A man cultivating divine energy becomes unmistakably present. He listens deeply. He breathes consciously. His attention feels like a shelter, an anchor in a world drowning in distraction. Women feel this presence as safety, as certainty, as a rare form of emotional protection. This presence builds a vessel of spiritual depth. The man becomes a sanctuary not because he is perfect, but because he is rooted. His energy does not flicker with moods or insecurities. It remains stable, a grounded force that calms the nervous system of anyone near him. This is why a refined aura radiates peace. Peace is not passive, it is the highest form of power. When a man has transmuted his desires into purpose, his aura reflects serenity, stability, and a deep, almost ancient confidence that cannot be faked. People may call it charisma, but charisma is too superficial a word. What they're sensing is alignment. A man aligned with his purpose becomes luminous. His presence cuts through noise. His silence feels like truth. His gaze holds a depth that makes others feel both seen and exposed. This is the abundance of a man who no longer pursues. He doesn't chase attention. He doesn't beg for affection. He doesn't tether his self-worth to external validation. He stands in emotional and spiritual completeness, which ironically makes him far more attractive. Women sense this abundance instantly. It's not arrogance, it's fullness. It's the aura of a man who needs nothing, yet has everything within. Is the energy that awakens ancient codes within the feminine spirit, the desire for protection, strength, and emotional leadership. The divine masculine energy whispers protection without dominance, guidance without control, strength without aggression. It invites the feminine into a realm where she can soften into her own truth without fear of judgment or abandonment. This attraction is not manipulation. It is resonance. It is the magnetic pull of truth, meeting truth. The feminine recognizes the masculine, not by appearance, but by frequency. She gravitates toward what feels safe, deep, mysterious, and alive. This resonance activates polarity. Polarity is the spiritual chemistry between masculine and feminine energies. When a man embodies calm, direction, and emotional steadiness, he activates the feminine's natural desire to open, to trust, to flow. The mastered man becomes an invitation. His stability makes her feel grounded. His emotional sovereignty gives her permission to release her emotional armor. His depth awakens her softness. This is the ancient dance between energies that transcends physical attraction. This is why his aura speaks louder than any words. His gaze, calm and unwavering, communicates presence. His posture communicates strength. His silence communicates truth. Energy becomes the language, and attraction becomes the dialogue. Before any physical touch, spiritual intimacy begins to bloom. She feels safe enough to be vulnerable. She feels seen without performing. She feels desired without being objectified. But this intimacy is soul deep, not skin deep. Oh yes, the radiant spiritual vitality born from retinue begins to transform his body. His skin glows subtly, as if lit from within. His eyes sharpen. His voice deepens. His presence feels alive. He begins to resemble the man he always sensed he could become. Oias becomes his signature. It is the proof of inner work made visible. It is the light of restraint, discipline, and sacred intention. It is the outcome of energy transformed rather than wasted. The law of resonance becomes the guiding principle of his relationships. He no longer attracts chaos, confusion, or emotional storms. He attracts peace, depth, and alignment. His frequency filters people naturally. What no longer resonates simply fades away. Drama no longer appeals to him. He has tasted inner peace, and he refuses to return to emotional turbulence. This refinement elevates his entire existence. His relationships deepen. His intuition sharpens. His path becomes clear. He becomes selective, not out of arrogance, but out of wisdom. Not everyone is meant to sit at the table of a man cultivating divine energy. His spirit recognizes who aligns with his destiny and who threatens it. Purpose becomes his fuel. Each day becomes a step toward mastery. His rituals strengthen him. His discipline sharpens him. His self-awareness expands. He becomes a sculptor shaping his own soul. This shaping brings emotional sovereignty. He feels deeply, but he does not drown. His emotions guide him, not dominate him. He experiences life fully without losing control of himself. Women sense this sovereignty immediately. It is the rare combination of depth without desperation, passion without chaos, love without fear. His emotional presence becomes a sanctuary for her heart. This sanctuary amplifies his magnetism. She feels safe, respected, and desired. This trifecta is the essence of divine masculine energy. This is what makes a man unforgettable. His presence becomes intentional. His silence becomes powerful. His words become rare but meaningful. The more he refines his energy, the more ceremonial his existence becomes. Attraction becomes a meeting of frequencies, not bodies. The connection moves beyond touch. It becomes spiritual chemistry, recognition of two energies aligning in the unseen realms. He no longer seeks relationships to fill voids. He seeks connections that expand him. He seeks partners who walk paths of healing, authenticity, and growth. His energy becomes sacred. He understands its value. He protects it not from fear, but from wisdom. Not everyone deserves access to the energy he has spent months, maybe years. This protection becomes part of his spiritual responsibility. His attention becomes sacred. His presence becomes selective. His energy becomes intentional. This makes him more magnetic than ever. Through this process, he becomes a mirror. Women see themselves through his presence, sometimes for the first time. They feel their own softness, their own depth, their own longing. He awakens her forgotten divinity simply by being himself. His love no longer suffocates. It elevates. It is not a cage. It is a bridge. It does not bind. It frees. This is the highest form of connection. The sacred test arrives daily to protect his divine energy from impulse, temptation, and distraction. Not out of fear, but out of devotion to who he is becoming. Every choice becomes a declaration of spiritual identity. Discernment becomes essential. He begins to sense intentions behind smiles, energy behind words, truth behind appearances. His intuition becomes a compass, sharper than logic. This discernment is not cynicism, it is wisdom. It keeps him aligned with his purpose and protects him from the traps of momentary pleasure. If this video gave you real value, tap the thanks button. Your support helps me keep creating deeper content like this. Every thanks is a spark that keeps this mission alive. Your support means more than you know. Ultimately, divine energy demands balance. The man must hold power without ego, strength without arrogance, discipline without rigidity. This balance becomes his most irresistible quality. Through all of this, he becomes the alchemist of his own destiny. He transforms desire into clarity, lust into purpose, impulse into insight. He becomes a master of his body, mind, and spirit. He walks through the world not as a seeker, but as a beacon. His presence shifts rooms. His energy inspires trust. His aura awakens something ancient in those who meet him. This is the man reborn from his own discipline. This is the man who transcends desire to embody divine presence. This is the man aligned with resonance, purpose, and truth. This is the alchemist, the one who has turned his inner fire into light.